David, come back to office now. It's still early for lunch. Where and what are you doing?
I'm playing slots at the casino right now. Do you have any problems?
What? Are you serious?
So you think I'm a liar? Who do you think you are?
Now is not the time to be saying things like that. Did you forget that today is the big day?
Oh, is today the day old man comes to the company? I remember talking about it.
Your father is stepping down as president of this real estate company soon. He said he wanted to gather the executives for a meeting, and here you are playing slot machines.
He's talking about me, his own son, taking over as president, right? So this day has finally come, huh?
Is this the time to be so optimistic?
I'm leaving everything else to you.
What?
You're my wife and my employee, right? Make it work.
You can't do that.
Can't you even support your husband who's also the next president? You're a completely useless wife.
I don't know how to explain this to your father.
My father is soft on me. He won't complain about the heir. I mean, it's already decided that I'm going to be the president. There's nothing I should be called in to talk about now, is there?
If you keep saying things like that, one day you'll get caught off guard.
My father was a wealthy man, and he gave me some assets before.
Do you mean like stocks?
Yeah, eventually I'm going to get all the shares he owns. I took it as a learning experience.
What does it matter?
Even if I have some freedom, all his assets will be mine in the end. It's a waste to work hard.
What's that?
And even if I don't work hard at the company, I've got 100 million in assets from stocks alone.
That much? I've never heard of that before.
Didn't I tell you?
No, you didn't.
Well, whatever.
If you're making that much, why don't you contribute for living expenses?
Why?
I've been having trouble lately because you suddenly stopped putting it in.
I earned it. Let me spend it however I want. You're a wife and you're going to talk back to your husband?
Wife or husband, it doesn't matter. We both work and support the family together. We have 2 boys in elementary school. We have a lot of expenses.
You're the one who has to take care of that.
I can't believe that you are the father.
I mean, thanks to me, you're able to live in a big house with your family, so don't complain about it.
The house originally belonged to your father, right?
In other words, it's all thanks to marrying me, you know? You have a big yard and a swimming pool. You should be a little grateful to me.
Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about right now. Can't you at least come back to the office? I can at least hold the place together until you get back.
Oh, I'm winning!
What?
I'm in a bit of a rage right now, so I'm going to turn off my phone. Well, take care of the company. As a wife, do your job.
Wait, David. My name is Anita, and I'm 38 years old. I work for my father-in-law's real estate company, and I'm raising 2 elementary school-aged sons. I met my husband, who is 4 years older than me, 10 years ago at an online dating platform. Although he had a bit of a ditzy personality, I was attracted to his kind nature. We got married after 1 year of dating. We had a good relationship with in-laws, and we were living a good life, but recently, my husband became addicted to gambling and our lives changed drastically. He said he was making a lot of money from stocks. I'm sure he's spending that money on the casino. I have talked to my in-laws about it, but I think he is spoiled because he is their only son. I have thought about leaving him. Actually, I've been thinking about it all the time recently. But I work for my father-in-law's company and the house belongs to him. And when I think about my children, I'm having a hard time making the decision to leave. But I never imagined that I would find out a terrible fact later on. I can't believe you cheated on me.
Oh, did you find out?
A young woman came to my office. She said she wants me to leave you because she wants to get married. I can't believe it anymore.
Really? Man, it's so hard to be attractive.
Are you serious?
Don't complain just because I cheated on you. If you don't like it, why don't you divorce me?
What?
But if you break up with me, it's you who's in trouble.
What are you talking about?
The moment you let go of me, the wealthy man and the next president of the company, you're going to fall into the bottom of misery with the kids. Oh, you poor thing.
Why do you assume I'll be unhappy?
If you leave me, you'll have to leave this luxury mansion too.
You'll take away my place to live.
Not only that, you're gonna lose your job too.
What?
The real estate company you work for now, I'm eventually going to be the president. Then I wouldn't be stupid enough to keep my ex-wife employed.
But you had an affair, so if you divorce me, I'm going to charge you alimony.
Then I'll give you that old furniture in my office.
That old thing?
My dad bought it a long time ago. It cost about $1 million. $1 million is enough, right?
I bet the used price is low.
To tell you the truth, it was too big and a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll send it to your parents' house later.
What will happen to me?
I don't care. Anyway, I'm not going to pay a penny if it comes to divorce. If you want to go to court, go ahead. But if I keep refusing, you'll have to pay for the fees. Do you have the money for that? I don't think you can afford to go to court when you are going to lose your job.
But...
Oh, and I forgot to mention that if we get divorced, you'll be $500,000 in debt too.
What do you mean?
Actually, I have a $1 million debt.
What? I never heard that.
Because I didn't tell you. Why would I tell you that? Are you stupid?
You're the stupid one. 1 million debt. Why did you borrow that much? Didn't you say the other day that you were making money in stocks?
I was making good money until last month, but the stock market crashed recently.
So you borrowed money.
So I bought another stock with all my assets and tried again, but it didn't work out.
You said you had assets of about 1 million, right? And that's gone to zero.
Yep, I went into debt to make another fortune in stocks.
I'm getting a headache.
Don't get me wrong, the debt is temporary. I'm going to use the money to buy new stocks and make another fortune.
It's not going to be that easy.
I plan to pay it off soon, but if you're divorcing me, we split this 50-50.
Why would I do that?
Don't you know? That's a part of the property division.
No way!
It's written on the lawyer's website, I'm sure of it. If you still want to divorce me, I'll do it. But remember that you'll be unemployed and in debt for the rest of your life.
No way! I can't stand it.
I know, right? If you don't want to go to hell for being dumped by me, at least allow me to cheat on you.
This is too much.
Where the hell are you?
Why are you texting me at this time?
Where's my dinner?
I didn't prepare any dinner.
You've got to be kidding me. You're not a good wife if you don't prepare even one meal for your tired husband when he comes home.
Does that mean you've been working all this time?
I've been playing with women. Do you have any problem?
Yes, a lot. You were tired of playing with women. Do you want me to cook dinner? You've got to be kidding me.
What the hell? Do you want me to divorce you?
Why do you keep talking about divorce? Are you threatening me?
I'm serious. I even have the divorce papers filled out and ready to go in the desk drawer in the den.
Oh, I found them the other day when I was cleaning.
I can dump you anytime I want. I can easily send you into unemployment and dead hell with just one mood of mine, you know? Now what, you're freaking out now that you know how serious I am?
Actually, I feel relieved.
Huh? You're saying you don't mind being dumped by me?
You're the one who's getting dumped. I've already filed for divorce.
What do you mean?
I mean what it says.
Do you understand what I said? If you divorce me, you'll be in debt.
You've already filed for divorce. Why are you acting like that now?
No, it's not like that. I'm being realistic. I feel sorry for you that you're going to be in debt.
Then don't worry. If you're talking about property division, I've spoken to a lawyer.
Did you even go that far?
If it was just a living expense loan or something, but this time you created the debt on your own, right? That's not subject to property division, according to the lawyer.
So you're saying I'm supposed to repay the 1 million by myself even after the divorce?
Yes, of course.
But I saw on the internet that the debt is part of the property. That lawyer's a liar. He's lying to get you divorced just so he can trap you in debt.
Why would a lawyer do that? It's not you. Are you stupid?
Enough. I'll divorce you or whatever, but you're fired.
That's exactly what I'm going to do to you.
What do you mean?
You're fired as of today.
Why?
Because going out to have fun during working hours is generally considered inappropriate for a responsible working adult. You've been absent without notice frequently, which provides ample reason for termination.
I'm the next president. You can't do that.
No, I'm the next president.
What?
2 months ago, there was a meeting with your father and senior management to discuss the new president, right?
Yeah, that one. I didn't need to be there. Didn't they end up talking about making me the president?
How can you be so confident after doing such an insane thing? It was an important meeting, but you were so busy playing slot machine that you didn't even come to the office, right? That's why your father got so mad at you.
My kind dad?
I showed him our conversation and he was furious.
Are you serious? Don't show it to him. I mean, there's no way my dad would get mad at me for something like this. My dad was sweet to me and forgave me no matter what I did.
Until now, he's been willing to tolerate a few things just because you're their only son. But he couldn't entrust the company to someone who would do something like this.
So they made you, who is not related to my blood, the next president. That's crazy, right?
Basically, there's no legal problem with anyone becoming the successor. He appreciated my diligent work at the company until now.
You're just a mere clerk.
What? You thought I was a clerk?
You don't know anything about real estate and you don't have a license.
I have a real estate license.
What?
I am a real estate agent. To put it simply, a real estate transaction specialist.
Don't be so proud of just that. You're just an ordinary employee.
I've been the head of the sales department since last year.
Seriously?
You haven't been coming to the office properly recently. It's only natural that you don't know anything about it. How dare you claim to be the next president of the company when you don't even know what a real estate agent is or how an employee works? We don't need an employee who doesn't have any qualifications and who skips work to go to casinos.
Why does my father think so highly of you? I don't understand why he spoils you. You are just my wife.
I've worked hard and got results. My sales are top in the company right now. I even got my real estate license after I joined the company, in between raising my kids and taking care of the house.
I had no idea.
I'm sure I told you about the license.
I don't remember.
You don't listen to people too much.
It's not funny that I lost my job instead of taking over. And I'm in debt.
What happened to the stock market?
I told you they crashed.
But you even borrowed $1 million to try and fix it. You were so confident, but that doesn't mean it didn't work out, right?
That's...
Is there a problem?
Actually, the new stock I bought crashed again.
You really have no skills for that.
Don't talk like that. I did my best.
Then why didn't you stop gambling and cheating?
I know, but...
Your inability to know when it's time to quit is another sign of your lack of skills. Why did you get into it in the first place?
I just went into a casino on a whim. Then I easily made $2,000.
That's what they call beginner's luck.
Then I felt good, went to a strip club, and surprisingly all the girls wanted me.
I think you're mistaken. They just thought you were a good customer.
That's not true.
You told them that your father was wealthy and owned a company, didn't you?
Well, I talked a little bit just to keep the conversation going.
The woman you had an affair with who came to your office the other day was also a stripper, wasn't she?
But she likes me with all her heart. She's in love with my personality. Don't mix someone who's only after the money with my girlfriend.
His property is mine, or give me the title of the wife of the president. That's what she said to me, and it's related solely to money, right? She definitely didn't fall in love with you because of your personality.
That's not true. I'm a handsome man too.
Well, I guess, but recently your forehead has been getting bigger and bigger.
Don't say that. I'm insecure about it.
Whatever. I'm going to charge you alimony and child support, so be prepared, okay?
Oh, what about savings?
Oh, maybe you're expecting to get a share of the property still?
I know you have a large amount of savings, don't you?
You haven't been contributing to the living expenses lately, have you? I haven't been able to save any money.
What? No savings?
To be honest, I'm barely making ends meet.
Don't lie, you were working too. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? You've been secretly saving up money behind my back, haven't you? If we're getting divorced, you better know that I won't forgive you unless we split every last bit of that secret savings.
First and foremost, that luxurious mansion we were living in, the maintenance costs were incredibly high.
Huh?
The pool requires a professional for cleaning, and the garden is spacious, not to mention the several trees we had planted, right? We also had to do regular pruning and other maintenance to avoid causing any inconvenience to the neighbors. so it cost a decent amount of money.
That's why you don't have any savings?
Well, I have some, but it's for next year's property taxes. It's not actual savings.
Then I'll sell the house. Then I will get a chunk of change back, even if you pay all the bills.
I'm with your father right now, and he would never allow you to sell the house for that reason.
If it was given to me, it's mine now. Let me do what I want with it. I don't care if my dad says he won't allow it. It's my house, so there's no problem if I sell it off.
Well, there is.
Why?
Because he didn't change the name.
What?
We were just paying the property taxes and upkeep on the house so we could live in it.
What? I didn't know that.
You proposed it, didn't you? You asked for it because you really wanted to live in the mansion, and this is how it turned out, right? Don't tell me you didn't hear about that too, or that you forgot about it.
You're kidding, right? I never said that. I don't remember.
I can't believe you don't remember everything. In the beginning, you were the one who put in the living expenses, so I was able to get by. But it's been tough these days.
Then wait for the payment until my dad goes to the other side.
Don't tell me you're using his inheritance to pay for it.
If I inherit everything from my dad's estate, I can afford to pay you.
Oh, now your dad is really angry.
Why?
You said some pretty crazy things, so he has every right to be pissed.
But it's my privilege as the only son to receive the inheritance.
The rest of the assets will be given to a trusted relative while he's still alive.
What?
I won't give my stupid son a penny, he said. When I told him I was divorcing you, he said, well, then I'll leave my stupid son too.
You're kidding, right? Leave me? My father wouldn't do that, right? Hey, please tell my dad that I'm sorry about the company and everything. He wouldn't disown his own family, would he?
You were talking about the inheritance paying for alimony, and now you are questioning family bonds? That's really funny. Your father is getting angrier and angrier. Oh, but I can settle the alimony with that chest, you know?
That old chest is fine?
Yes, that's fine.
You know, you're an amazing woman. I've got to say, I'm impressed.
But I'm surprised that chest is worth $5 million.
Not $1 million? They bought that chest for $1 million, right?
I hired an appraiser to check the chest's value.
You did that?
I was just curious. And it's actually a historically valuable item.
Really?
And the appraiser said it's so rare and valuable that the price has gone up. If it continues to be in good condition, it may even increase in value.
Then that chest is mine. I'm not giving it to you.
Fine, but are you going to sell the chest and pay the fee?
No, I'll keep it until it jumps in value. So I'll pay alimony, child support and all my debts at once. Just wait a minute.
I'm not going to wait for something I don't know when it's going to be worth that much. And when the appraiser said it would go up in value, he meant if it's in good condition.
What does that matter?
They say you should take care of it at least once a month. They also warned me to be careful about mold if there's a lot of humidity. Can you do that? If it gets moldy or you don't take good care of it, it becomes a worthless chest. Ultimately, it's just going to be wasted in your possession. So don't you think it would be much wiser to give it to me at this point?
That's true, but...
Also, I've charged alimony to your side chick, so...
You went that far, huh?
I thought some form of punishment was necessary for the person who, despite knowing that you are married, even came to the company. My lawyer sent the documents about it, so maybe she's checking it out by now. I'm sure she'll be pissed off at you and contact you, right?
Oh, she's been calling me a lot. But why would she be pissed? She knew I was two-timing her. It's not my fault.
Well, I'm sure she's pissed. I had to write a letter about your gambling habits and all your debts.
Don't say anything unnecessary. You've gone too far.
There's no room for sympathy for you.
What?
All you've talked about up to this point is worrying about yourself. It's repulsive.
Then what was I supposed to talk about?
Worry about the kids?
Hold on, she's been calling me so much.
I know you forgot. You're not even a good parent.
There's so much going on. I was a little out of it.
That's what I'm saying is the problem. Make this piece of trash man experience hell to the fullest.
Oh no.
After that, with the help of my lawyer and my father-in-law, I was able to claim $5 million for alimony in the form of a chest, and he agreed to pay child support in split payments. My ex-husband broke up with his side chick after an argument, disowned by his parents, and was fired from his job. The other day, I happened to see my ex-husband in town. Perhaps due to stress, the thinning on the top of his head and forehead has been progressing. He had lost all traces of his former self and had a pitiful appearance. I wasted no time, and in a few days, I managed to investigate my ex-husband's whereabouts, and I found out where he is. It seems he has ended up paying off a large amount of debt and is living in poverty in a shabby apartment. I haven't managed to collect any payment in child support yet, so I think I will consult a lawyer and file a claim as soon as possible. My marriage has come to a pitiful end. From now on, I will do my best as a parent so that my children can live happily.
Mia, you looked absolutely beautiful in your wedding dress. My wife was sorry she couldn't make it to the ceremony because she's about to give birth.
Hello, my new brother-in-law. Thank you for coming to our ceremony the other day.
By the way, Mia, did you see the wedding gift we gave you? I hope you liked it.
Yeah, I saw it. It's just,
What? I guess it's not to your taste?
I mean, I don't mean to sound rude, but I thought it was a little simple for a wedding gift.
I know, right? After all, it was candy and I bought for $1. I'm sure it was pretty disappointing, wasn't it?
If so, why did you choose that gift?
Mira only gave me $1.
My sister?
See, my wife manages the family budget. She decides how much to give for weddings and funerals. I told her to give more for her sister's wedding, but she said $1 was enough. She's such a cheapskate.
I can't believe it. My sister isn't like that.
But it's true. I bet it's because she's going to have a baby soon and it's going to cost a lot of money. She's probably just saving money. Mira is responsible and reliable.
It's still weird. I don't think my sister would be so stingy at her own family member's wedding, no matter how much she wants to save money. My sister has taken good care of me since I was a child. Even now, on my birthday and Christmas, she always gives me presents. I'm gonna ask her in person.
What? Don't do that.
Why not? $1 for a wedding gift is just impossible. It could be some kind of mistake.
No, don't call Mira. No matter how close you are, you shouldn't tell her the gift is too cheap.
It's okay. My sister and I are close enough to talk about money without hiding it. I'll ask her myself.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
What's wrong? You don't have to get so worked up.
I really don't want to say this to you, Mia. We're actually out of money right now.
Out of money?
That's right. We're just barely getting by as it is. We can't afford to spend money on a wedding gift.
I didn't realize that, but I haven't heard anything from my sister about that.
There's no way she can tell her sister about our family's financial situation. Mira must have pride as an older sister. She didn't want to worry you.
I see, but that's odd too.
Huh?
Both of you work for big companies, don't you? I'm sure you both get paid more than others. And you don't have kids yet, so you probably don't need much money to live on. How in the world can you run out of money?
I got demoted and they cut my salary.
What? You got demoted? My sister didn't say anything.
She would never do anything to embarrass me. There's no way Mira would say anything. It seems like you lack tactfulness. Anyway, we're in a tight spot right now. Just be glad you got our wedding gift at all.
I still have to call my sister.
What?
Because I'm worried about her. When I saw her the other day, she was wearing fashionable clothes and didn't look like she was hurting for money at all. If she's really living on the edge, as her sister, I want to help her. But before I do that, I want to see her in person and make sure she's really in trouble.
Are you an idiot?
What?
Mira gave me $1 out of her meager living, and you're going to ask her to give you more?
What? I wouldn't do that. I just want to make sure of the facts.
I'm just saying, you know, you don't need to be sure. Think about how Mira feels trying not to make you worry. Or is it possible that you don't like Mira and you're trying to give her a hard time?
That's not true at all.
Besides, she's pregnant and in a delicate period. Don't provoke her by saying unnecessary things. If something happens to Mira or the baby, how will you take responsibility?
Don't be so dramatic.
When my salary goes up again and life settles down, I'll give you something again. So please, be content with a $1 gift this time. And don't say anything to Mira.
Well, I'm going to be busy with my honeymoon. I won't even contact her until I get back from my trip.
Good. That's what I'd expect from a sister who loves her sister.
No. I didn't say I wouldn't contact her ever.
Well then, promise not to mention the wedding gift again. Have fun on your honeymoon.
Thus, my brother-in-law ended the conversation unilaterally. I was not convinced at all. My sister, who is 5 years older than me, has been taking care of me since I was a little girl. She was more than happy when I decided to get married. I couldn't believe that my sister would only pay $1 for a wedding gift. I can't believe it. My brother-in-law says that he is having a hard time making ends meet because of his demotion at work, but the way my sister lives, she doesn't seem to be in need of money. When I try to check with her directly, my brother-in-law desperately tries to stop me. If what he says is true, it may be rude to get involved in other people's money matters, even if we are sisters. But my brother-in-law's story just doesn't come together. I was just about to go on my honeymoon with my husband. I decided not to pursue the wedding gift. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. Then I found out something horrible. I had no idea that my brother-in-law had done something like that. I was so surprised that I was speechless.
Mia, you came back from your honeymoon yesterday, right? How was it? Did you have fun?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
That's good to hear. And you didn't call Mira, did you?
I did as soon as I got back.
What? You promised you wouldn't contact Mira.
I made no such promise. I did say that I wouldn't contact her until we got back from our honeymoon. We're sisters. We can't just not keep in touch with each other from now on. Besides, if I came back from my trip and didn't contact her at all, she would be more worried.
So you didn't? You didn't ask her about the wedding gift, did you?
I did. My sister says she gave you $1,000.
Huh?
What the hell is going on? You said that my sister only gave you $1. That's a totally different amount.
Mira is lying.
What? Lying?
Mira was embarrassed, so she said $1,000 on the spur of the moment. Oh, what a mess. I went to a lot of trouble to make sure Mira wouldn't get hurt. I explicitly told you not to contact her. I bet Mira is depressed right now because of you, Mia.
I doubt that. I think you know, but Sis isn't the type of person that likes to lie. I don't think she would say $1 for $1,000, do you?
She's so worried about us being poor. She would have to tell a lie in spite of hating it. By the way, Mia, I heard you're going to build a new home?
Yes, that's the plan.
That means you have a lot of money, right?
No, I don't have a lot of money. We're going to buy it with a loan.
So, I have a favor to ask you, Mia.
What is it?
I need to borrow some money.
What?
Actually, I've been laid off from my job. Mira's on maternity leave and I'm out of work. I don't think I'll be able to make ends meet.
What? A demotion followed by a layoff? You're still in your 30s, right?
The company's performance has been deteriorating due to the recent recession. Even the younger workers are being forced to quit one after another. But Mira will have a baby soon. If things continue like this, the three of us, parents and child, will end up on the street. So I just need a little bit of money. Lend me some money.
As you can imagine, that's impossible.
Why not? You're newlyweds that can build your own home. You at least have enough money to lend to your sister and her husband.
If we build a new house, we'll have to furnish it with furniture, appliances, and all sorts of other things. We can't afford to lend people money.
What a cold sister.
Huh?
Are you going to tell me that you are going to live happily in your new house while your sister and her husband are in trouble? Living in a new house without any inconvenience. You are going to mock us as a pathetic bottom-feeding couple while you are living in a newly built house without any inconvenience.
I don't know how you get that idea. Is it so wrong that I don't lend you money? Even you must have had a difficult time as a newlywed with all the money you had to spend. I'm sorry to hear that you were laid off, but please don't be unreasonable.
So, then you've just abandoned Mira. Until now, I thought you were the kind sister who cared for her sister, but it turns out you are a self-centered woman who only cares about herself.
I think it's you who is self-centered. We both have to save money for the future. We can't just be asked to lend money. No questions asked.
Then what do you care what happens to Mira? Are you going to stand by and watch your own sister fall into homelessness?
If she asked me directly, I would consider it.
Directly again? Are you saying you don't trust me?
That's not what I mean. But it was the same with the wedding gift. What you and my sister are saying are completely different. I would have to confirm it directly with her. I can't just lend you the little money I have.
I've been telling you this for a while. She has her pride too. She can't ask her sister for a loan, can she? That's why I'm asking on her behalf.
But since it's about money, I have to check with her first. If she's really in trouble, she'll be honest with me.
Mia, stop making a big deal out of it and just lend me the money, even if it's only $10,000.
You need that much?
I've had a lot of expenses, like preparing for the birth of the baby. I'll pay back every penny, but I need to take care of my family. If you don't lend me the money and something happens to Mira and the baby, what would you do? You will regret it for the rest of your life.
Again with the threatening. Of course, I wouldn't want anything to happen to my sister. It's not up to me alone to decide whether or not to lend you money. I'll have to discuss it with my husband.
So you're going to lend me money, Mia?
No, I haven't agreed to it yet.
I knew I needed to have a sister-in-law who's like a sister to me.
I didn't say I'd lend you the money yet.
No, you're kind-hearted. I'm sure you'll have the $10,000 ready for me within 10 days. You have to give it to me.
That's enough. I never promised to lend you any money, and $10,000 is too much to begin with.
If you refuse, I'll have no other choice.
What?
I'll send you to hell, Mia.
How?
The fact that you're having an affair with another man right after you got married. I'll spread the news on social media.
What? I'm not having an affair.
I don't care if it's true or not. The rumors I spread will get to your workplace. You have to quit your job because everybody will be looking at you sideways. Eventually, your relationship will go downhill. And finally, you'll get a divorce and lose everything. That's how it will all work out. Good luck with that.
That's terrible. Are you trying to ruin my life?
Lend me the money before that happens. You're an asshole. I'm fine with being an asshole. I don't care what you call me as long as it's for my family. Well then, give me $10,000 in 10 days. Please. And the fact that I'm borrowing the money from you. Don't ever tell Mira. Mia, it's been 10 days, just like we promised. Have you got the money ready?
Can you come to my house right now?
Oh god, you're really gonna lend the money to me, aren't you? That's great, Mia. I'm off work today, so I'll come get it right now. And lucky for you, Mira is still at the hospital right after giving birth. I don't have to worry about Mira finding out.
I'll be waiting for you then.
Thank you so much.
By the way, what were you doing in Los Angeles?
What? What are you talking about? I didn't go to Los Angeles.
I saw you in Los Angeles. That's where our honeymoon was.
You don't think you've mistaken me for someone else?
My husband who was with me said it was definitely you. It's not a mistake. By the way, it looks like you were walking with a woman.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was on a business trip.
Business trip?
Yes, I was suddenly ordered to go there on business. She was just one of my co-workers.
That's weird.
What?
Weren't you just laid off recently? But you were ordered to go on a business trip?
Please,
stop lying to me. The woman you were with was your lover, wasn't she?
No, I wasn't cheating. The only person I love is Mira.
You deceived my sister, the woman you're supposed to love. You took the $1,000 wedding gift money that was supposed to be given to me and spent it on your lover. Am I wrong?
Why do you know that?
I've done a lot of research over the past 10 days. When I saw you in Los Angeles, I actually took a picture of you. I showed the pictures I took to my sister. Then my sister says she remembered seeing her. She was your ex-girlfriend from college. You guys all went to college together. She knew your ex-girlfriend's face.
Seriously? You told Mira?
Well, it's obvious from the picture, right? You said you were laid off from your company, but that was also a lie. It's true that you were laid off from the company, but it wasn't because of poor company performance. It was because you were dishonest. My sister was disappointed.
How could you know so much?
Sis hired a detective. You tried to keep the wedding gift money. You tried to go on a trip with your ex-girlfriend. You were doing all kinds of crazy things, so she asked a professional to investigate. She found out a lot of things. You've been in contact with your ex-girlfriend ever since she got pregnant, contacting her and seeing her all the time. And to get her attention, you gave her expensive gifts. But eventually, you ran out of money and got into trouble. You pocketed $1,000 for a wedding gift that my sister had prepared for me. You lied and said she only gave you $1. You were skimming off company expenses. They found out and fired you. You asked me to lend you $10,000 because you wanted money to compensate the company for the damage, didn't you? Everything you did was so scummy that I was disgusted.
And yet, Mira didn't say anything to me? Is she saying that you knew everything and dared to keep quiet?
My sister was about to give birth. She didn't want to go ballistic confronting you with the truth. She wanted to make sure the child would be born safely. I think she was just pretending she didn't know anything.
Oh no, how about the part of you lending me some money?
There's no way I'd lend money to a bum like you. You'll have to manage on your own. Also, my sister won't go home to you.
What? Don't tell me Mira is going to break up with me.
On the contrary, did you think she wouldn't break up with you?
Please, Mia, will you convince Mira? I don't want Mira to dump me, and I haven't found a new job yet. I can't divorce her now.
Then why don't you have your lover provide for you?
She's not working enough to support me. That's why I've been paying for everything.
Just as I thought. All you can do is get a job and somehow pay off all the debt.
Mia, I apologize for lying to you. I'll work and pay you back the $1,000 wedding gift. Can you lend me some money, just a little?
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. It's my sister, and I have no intention of lending you any money. I don't ever want to see you again.
Don't be so cold. We're family.
Family? You and my sister are getting divorced soon, so we're unrelated.
If you keep this up, I'll be on the street. You want your brother-in-law to be miserable?
That's why I said we're not related. Your alimony and child support for the affair, plus damages to the company. Please pay them on time without relying on others.
I can't pay that much on my own. I can't divorce Mira. But what should I do? I've been messaging Mira for a while. She hasn't read my messages at all. Mia, you can contact Mira, can't you? Contact Mira on my behalf. Tell her to stop thinking about the divorce.
Huh? I don't want to. You told me not to contact my sister. Then I'll put an end to contacting my brother-in-law too. Goodbye.
Mia, wait! Please, help me!
Later, my sister and brother-in-law divorced. Of course, my sister got custody of the kids. My brother-in-law was asked for compensation and child support. There was no way my brother-in-law, who was unemployed, could pay it all in one lump sum. He had to borrow money and pay in installments. After the divorce, my brother-in-law moved in with a woman he was having an affair with. But not having a job and being deeply in debt, the woman dumped him without giving it another thought. He went back to his parents' house in tears to live with them. However, there was no way his parents would forgive their son for betraying his wife, who was about to give birth. They threw him out, and he rented a shabby apartment. He is now living a life of poverty and loneliness on his own, scraping by with day-to-day jobs. My sister, on the other hand, has returned to our parents' home and is doing her best to raise her son with their support. I hope she will find a faithful and wonderful partner.
Ashley, it's been a while. It's your sister-in-law, Isabel. How are you? Are you feeling down and maybe even getting sick? I'm worried that someone as timid as you might be hospitalized. Isabel? You haven't blocked me if you got my reply, right? You're surprisingly bold for someone with a timid personality, aren't you? Well, losers like you are afraid of losing track of me. So I was advised by people around me not to block you. What? Even though I don't really want to, I'm not blocking you. I have not forgiven you for taking my husband away from me. And technically, you and I are sisters-in-law now because of our parents' remarriage. But I have never considered you my sister. Please don't misunderstand me on that point. Oh dear, you've become quite strong in the past 5 years, haven't you? Is it only over text that you can come on so strong? You can't do that in person, can you? You can say whatever you want. So, what do you want? I will listen. Please be brief. What? You are so annoying. Unlike you, who leads a boring life of looting, I'm busy. Or are you just trying to get my attention? No, I'm not. Well, if I told you this, you wouldn't be able to act like this. Really? What is it? Well, I stole your husband again. What? My husband? That's right. What's yours is mine. It's common sense that you, my sister-in-law, should give everything to me, whether it's your boyfriend or your husband too. That's why I took them from you 5 years ago, but you had the nerve to ask for alimony. I had to live in poverty after that. I'm going to get my revenge. How's that? Now you can't act so tough on me, right? No way. First of all, my husband, I'm single now. What? I don't believe that. You're a fool if you think you can deceive me. It's a total waste. Actually, I have an intimate relationship with your husband, you know. Oh, I see. You're obviously mistaken, so I suggest you check that man's identity carefully. What's that? I already knew he was your husband. I'm doing this, fully aware, taking your husband away. There's no way I could have gone this far and made a mistake. I mean, have you broken up with Tony yet? What? My ex-husband Tony. You're not joking about forgetting his name, are you? Oh, I remember, but as soon as I heard he divorced you, I got bored and dumped him immediately. Are you serious? You really took Tony away from me just to harass me? It's your fault for marrying him before me, you know. That's why I stole him from you. But I'm such a bad girl. You know I'm too attractive. Since my divorce 5 years ago, I've never been without a man. It's been hard to find someone I can be serious with. Good for you. But not this time. He's handsome, he's got money, and he's perfect for me. I thought, this is the man of my dreams. So, I'm pregnant with your husband's child. Oh, I see. Oh, I see? What do you mean? Oh, you're too frustrated to act normally, aren't you? It's not worth reacting to, and you want me to divorce him again? Even if I wanted to, I don't have a husband. In other words, you don't want to divorce your current husband. I told you I'm not married in the first place. I don't have time to deal with your fantasy. In fact, I'm busy working right now. What's so busy about being a housewife? I'm not a housewife. Well then. Hey! Ashley, surely at this hour you can't reject me with the excuse of I'm busy working, right? It's you again. That's enough. You're going to make me listen to your delusional story again, aren't you? Just listen to me! You're probably expecting the same thing that happened 5 years ago. You want me to divorce my husband because you stole him. No, you don't have to this time. What? You don't want to be divorced again, do you? So, you don't have to do it this time. Am I not a kind person? I mean, it's really pitiful if my sister-in-law gets divorced for the second time, right? But I want to live in the luxury house he's living in now, so I've decided to keep you as my housekeeper. Housekeeper? You're just a housewife, aren't you? I told you yesterday that's not true. Did you read what I said? If you get divorced in that situation, you'll be out on the street for sure. I told you I'm single, so there's no divorce, and I'm working. You are not reading what I said. And as for me, if you divorced him, I'd have to pay alimony again. It's a lot of trouble, so I'm going to keep you at home as a housekeeper in the name of his wife. But if you disobey me, you'll get divorced immediately. Seriously, I don't know where to begin. Oh my, you still don't get it. Well, let me put it very simply. If you don't want your husband to divorce you, you take care of the kid. And of course, take care of me and my husband. I don't want to. So, I'm moving to your house early next month. Give up the room you're using for the sake of me and my unborn child. Your new will be, in your role as a housekeeper, why not set up a sleeping space in the kitchen? Sleeping on the hard, cold floor will suit you. Oh, that's delightful. Isabel, I really don't understand what you mean. What? I don't know how you know who my current husband is, but I said that I'm single now. I have been a single mother since you stole my husband. I'm in the middle of working and trying to raise my child. I'm not a housewife at all. I really don't know what you're talking about. Can you please stop being so delusional? What? You really are stubborn, aren't you? When I had Tony taken from you, you were all tears, weren't you? You've really grown thick-skinned in these past 5 years, huh? How dare you try to deceive your sister with such lies? I'll become as strong as it takes as a mother to protect my child. Is this the fate of a woman who married a wealthy man? Jesus, I have to be careful. This conversation isn't making any sense at all. Like you know, lying like that just because you don't want to lose your life now? It's just too ridiculous and funny. It might affect the baby. Please keep the jokes light, okay? Laughing too much, if something happens to the baby, that would be no laughing matter. Oh no, this is no good. Ah, now I finally have real love. Mikey Pie is a little older, but that doesn't change the fact that we are destined to be together. Mikey Pie? I mean, Michael. We are so in love that we call each other Mikey Pie and Izzy Wizzy. I see. That's very sweet. Good for you. Well, I'll use you as my housekeeper from next month. From now on, you will work hard as my slave. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Ashley. How are you? I have to tell you something. That guy was definitely cheating. What? I got a message from the woman he was cheating with, so I took a screenshot and I'll send it to you now. It's a long message, so you'll have to read it to the end to understand what's going on. Just read it anyway. Then we'll talk about it in detail. Okay. Hey, this woman, Isabel? Yeah, she's my sister-in-law. She became my sister-in-law when my mom remarried my dad. She rarely visits her parents' home and often avoids all the formalities with relatives, saying it's too much trouble. I don't know if you've met her much. I've only heard stories about her and Ashley's husband. Yeah, she's the one who took my husband away from me and took the father away from our child. Right, so that's how it is. That woman again. I mean, that conversation. She clearly missed the point. Yeah, right? I thought she lost her brain or something. This time, should I confront it head on? Yeah, if you can. To be honest, I'm practically irrelevant, and if I'm being pressured to get a divorce, there's nothing I can do about it. Besides, this is good timing for Auntie, right? It is. I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly, but it's like a summer insect flying into the fire, right? I guess so. It's funny that her bad luck strikes like this, just because she rarely shows up at family gatherings. I bet she didn't expect it either. Well then, shall we start preparing for a counterattack right away? Sure, I'll just go with the flow on my end. If needed, I can come back over there in time for the counterattack. How about that? Sure. Please do come if you can. I'm sure you'll see something interesting. Ashley, I'm moving there tomorrow. You did make a room for me, right? So, with that in mind, please take care of things, okay? Miss Housekeeper? Isabel. Hello. I'm your aunt, Rebecca. I asked Ashley to use her phone. What? My aunt? Yes. No, I don't have an aunt. My father is an only child. The woman he remarried is my sister, so I'm your mother's sister. Then you're a stranger to me. Ashley thinks she can scare me by involving a stranger aunt. I guess she hasn't changed her timid personality. If that's the case, it's convenient because it's easy to treat her as a housekeeper. I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're so excited all by yourself. What? In conclusion, Michael is my husband. Huh? What are you talking about? You were too lazy to show up at any of my family gatherings. You must have had a relationship with each other without even noticing. Even though you two are not related by blood, we're still relatives. It's truly disgusting. Huh? Ah, I get it. I know it's Ashley pretending to be aunt. Oh my God. Do you want to go that far to interrupt my lovey-dovey life with Mikey Pie? You're too much of a wimp. You're really pathetic. I guess you really don't have a brain. What? Let me put it simply and plainly. I made Michael write divorce papers and kicked him out of the house. And I just filed the papers earlier. What? I had been aware of Michael's affair for a long time, but I didn't have any solid proof. And then you, the cheating partner, brought it to me yourself. Really, it was really good timing. Thank you. I finally got a divorce. Now I can be free of that lousy husband of mine. I know it's hard to take care of him, but you're the one who's going to have to do it from now on. I'll have you and Michael move out of the house too. What? Wait! Huh? I thought you didn't want to be divorced. If a housewife gets divorced, she'll be out on the street. That's why I said I'd make you my housekeeper. Why should Mikey Pie be kicked out of his own house? That house is in my name. What? I inherited it from my father. Michael and I get divorced. He has no choice but to leave the house. Even you can understand this level of logic, right? What? Wait a minute. Are you really my aunt? You're not impersonating my idiot sister-in-law? Yes, I am. I've been saying that for a while now. Wait, what? Wait a minute. I just remembered something. I heard a long time ago that Ashley has a relative who inherited a company from her father who runs it. Oh, so you knew. Is that you? And that luxury house is in your name? That's weird, because I saw it. Ashley came out of that house, and Mikey Pie came out of that house too. I thought, if they're living together, they must be husband and wife. When was this? 6 months ago. Oh, if it was around that time, Ashley came back to America temporarily for about 2 weeks with your child. Came back to America? Yes, she stayed at our house during that time. Have you seen Ashley since then? I haven't, but... Well, it's natural that you haven't. She's in charge of my company's overseas division now. She's living abroad with her kids. Huh? If you don't believe me, take a look at my company's website. You'll find a picture of Ashley's face as the person in charge of overseas business development. By the way, she's back home temporarily now for the first time in 6 months. Both of us are watching this conversation together. And for now, I'm the one doing the typing. What? Is that true? Believe it or not, the Mikey pie that you were so proud of taking from Ashley, he was my husband, and it is a fact. So, I will demand alimony from you and Michael. What? My lawyer will visit you soon. Oh my God! Okay. I'll have Mikey Pie pay my share of the alimony. Do whatever you want. Oh, I forgot one thing. Michael is unemployed, so... What? He was an employee of ours until the other day, though. As a result of our background check on this case, we also found that he went on a date with you during working hours. Furthermore, we've also discovered attempts to manipulate associated expenses. I have dismissed him without question. No way! I thought I was going to marry a rich man. I don't want an unemployed man. So, I'm afraid you'll have to pay the alimony on your own. Good luck. Wait a minute. I'm carrying Michael's child. I'm going to need more money from now on. Help me, please. We are relatives. This is not fair. You don't even come to say hello to me. You don't even know my face. And now you call yourself my relative? Even my niece Ashley says you're not her sister-in-law's sister. We're not related at all. Wait a minute. I thought I was going to have a lavish life with a housekeeper. So I already quit my job. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, and... What's more? Michael said he's going back to his parents' house because he's disappointed in you. Why? I mean, the fact that he had a relationship with you without knowing you were related. But I guess the most shocking thing must have been your affair. What? He is infertile, so he might have suspected you were with another man. What? I wonder who the father of your baby is. Oh no! No way! If it's not Michael's, then who is it? Oh, you know it very well, don't you? Or do you have so many relationships that you don't even know? I don't want to talk to such a dirty person anymore. Okay then, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Please look forward to the arrival of my lawyer. Oh no! There's no way I could be wrong. This must be a lie. It seems like I finally got through to her in our conversation. Probably. What is clear now is that the father of the baby was never found out, as a result of relying on her parents who had already disowned her. The baby was taken away from her as soon as it was born. The child was adopted by a relative who had no children. Isabel also has 2 young kids whom her ex-husband took custody of. The children have completely rejected her, and she is not allowed to visit them at all. It is no exaggeration to say that Isabel has lost everything. She is now living in extreme poverty, working morning and night to pay the alimony demanded by my aunt and the child support for her children.
Hey, I can't wait anymore. Only 2 months left until June, you know. Let's discuss it when we meet next time, okay? I can't wait to take over the wedding. I'll change everything that delusional girl prepared into my plans. I'm so looking forward to it. When are you free, baby? I want to see you soon. Karen? Come on, Just call me honey like you always do. Calling my name seems so formal now. We're about to get married, you know. Let's get even more lovey-dovey. I think you're chatting with the wrong person. Nope, I'm not. I just can't wait to see you, baby. Oh, right. I need to try on my dress, too. Yeah. That delusional girl who's hanging around you, what's her name again? Melanie? She's on the bigger side, so I need to alter it one size smaller. If I wear it as is, it'll be all loose and might just slip off. Imagine, that'll be so embarrassing. Baby, what's your favorite color? Pink, I guess? I knew it. It suits me, right? So let's go with pink. I'll sneakily try some samples on while at work tomorrow. Are you sure you can do that? Of course, no worries. I'll just say I'm tidying up the fitting room or something. I know everything about the venue. Easy peasy. Leave it to me. Besides, you've got to be bold if you want to hijack a wedding, right? True. By the way, what do you mean by hijacking a wedding? Did we talk about it? Oh my God, you forget? We made a promise, remember? To hijack her wedding and have our own. Ah, that's right. Are you drunk or something? Yeah, a little. I thought so. Well, I've been having a few drinks too. I get upset thinking about you with that girl, so I'm binge drinking. So you better take responsibility and come see me. I can't right now. I'm with some colleagues. If you keep this up, I'll tell my brother. Your brother? Yep, if I tell him, you'll be in big trouble. So let's meet soon and talk about the wedding. Yes, but changing the plan might cost money. I better work hard now, so I don't think we can meet soon. I'll do my best for our wedding. Aw, baby, you're so sweet, working hard for me. But don't push yourself. I can easily tweak the number and make a luxurious wedding more affordable. Can you really do that? It's all good. The owner of my wedding venue is pretty easy to sway, so a little flirting would do the magic. Oh, but don't get me wrong, I'm doing it all for us. I've been devoted to my baby all along. Thank you. Ugh, seriously, your reaction's so lame. So sorry. More importantly, tell that girl about us already. Break up with her soon. I've been faithful to you. You should be too. Or else I'm going to cry. Calm down. Let's talk about this later. I'll call you again. Well, all right. Promise me. You better keep the promise. My name is Melanie. I'm a 26-year-old preparing for the wedding with my one and only, Keith, in June. The exchange you just saw was with our wedding planner, Karen. She seemed to contact me by mistake, thinking I was Keith. The content of the conversation was something I couldn't just overlook. I didn't want to believe he would cheat after being together for so long. There might have been more to this than meets the eye. I wanted to believe in him more than her words, so I decided to talk to him directly, and then I learned an unexpected truth. Hi, Karen. Hi, Melanie. How are you? How may I help you today? Do you want to reschedule our next meeting? No, it's not that. Is it about changing the plan? If it's about changing the menu, we can discuss it here. If it's about the setup, I'd prefer to discuss it in person. Well, I want to change my dress to pink and one size smaller. Also, a bit of alterations to the setup. And I heard it could be much cheaper. Is that right? Please look into it. Excuse me? What are you talking about? Oh, did I get something wrong? You were talking about this just yesterday. Me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, was that about the wedding plan for you and Keith? Sorry, I got confused. What? I have no idea what you're saying. No use trying to hide it now. I know everything. Seriously, what's this about? You accidentally sent all the details to me. No way. Can you check your chat history? Oh, damn. Well, this just makes things easier then. You should break up with him soon. Someone like you, who's not exactly pretty, isn't a match for him. Plus, he'd be happier with me than with you. Ugh, do you even realize the unprofessionalism of what you're doing as a wedding planner? What's wrong with it? I'm just trying to marry the person I love. I'm a woman before I'm a wedding planner. What's wrong with being in love and wanting to be with the one I love? He's my fiancé to begin with. It's just wrong to get involved with him. What can I do? It was love at first sight. When you guys came to tour the venue for the first time, I was struck by lightning. I thought it was fate. Then I found out he works for the big corporation, Universal Gate. It was like the final piece of the puzzle. I had to make him mine. So you made a move on him. Don't say it like that. He noticed my charm. During the meeting, he kept looking into my eyes and sending me passionate glances. It's pretty normal to look at someone when you're talking to them, right? Is that all your basis? You sound like a love-struck teenager. It doesn't sound like something an adult would do. No, you don't get it. Those eyes were burning with love. You just can't see it because you're a failure as a woman. That's not true. But he reacted to me. He's going to leave you and marry me. He said he prefers beautiful me over an ugly duckling like you. Did he really say that? Yes, he's mine. Haha, you just can't admit it, huh? This is his true feeling. No way. Finally, you understand, right? Just give up and break up with him. He wouldn't do something like this. I won't give up. I still believe in him. Believing doesn't cut it, you know. If you think about it rationally, I'm obviously a better choice than an old lady like you. So back off. I won't believe it until I hear it from him. There's no way he'd choose a crazy woman like you. He's a faithful guy. Let me give you some advice, lady. There's no such thing as certainty in this world, and the beautiful ones always win. No matter how faithful a guy is, he'll fall for my charm. Ready to admit defeat? I'm telling you, Karen, you're going down. Haha, you'd better reconsider. If you do that, he could lose his job, you know. What do you mean? I'm glad you asked. You see, I have a big brother who's 17 years older than me, and guess what? He's Keith's boss at work. When I found out where he worked, I was surprised. My brother absolutely adores me, so if I tell him anything bad about Keith, it'll end his career. I mean, he's practically the CEO's right-hand man. No way. You can't get away with doing something like that. Who are you to say what's allowed? I won't follow your rules. You've been annoying. I'll never let you take Keith from me. Sure. I don't need you to let him go. He's already mine. I bet he's coming home late again today. He's meeting me. Oh, I'm so excited. Finally, tonight. After this, I continued to receive messages and calls from Karen, like, he hates you, and break up. In addition to that, there were a few days where I found harassment signs and dozens of letters at my home and office. While it was disturbing enough on the phone, having it reach my workplace started to affect my personal life. I experienced mental health issues and became fearful of going outside. Worried about me, Keith decided to tell me the truth. Upon hearing it, my anger toward her began to boil over. It's about time you face some consequences. Not just for me, but all my colleagues are getting annoyed with the signs at my workplace. Can you please stop this harassment? I'll stop if you break up with Keith. It's understandable that someone like you, who's not the best looking, is clinging to him for fear of not finding anyone else. Give it up already. You're still saying that? I have no intention of breaking up with him, and he says the same thing. So, it's you who should give up. Ugh, you're such a sore loser. I'll tell my brother and get him fired. See? If you don't leave him soon, it'll cause trouble for him. What you're saying is impossible. Your brother's indeed his boss, but he's not the CEO's right-hand man. Ha! What are you saying? What do you know? I'm getting the information directly from him. Are you saying he's lying to me? Yes, that's exactly it. He's just putting up a front and telling lies. What's your basis? If I talk about it, it'll take a while. Is that okay? Don't beat around the bush, just spill it. I saw the messages you sent to Keith. What? How dare you invade his privacy? It's not an invasion. I got his consent, of course. When I was suffering mentally because of your harassment, he told me the truth. At that time, he showed me the chat history. Seriously? Yes, I read every word. So I know that you threatened him, telling him to be with you or lose his job. You even implied that something would happen to me if he refused. That's a serious crime, you know. It's extortion. Shut up. That's nothing to do with my brother lying. Wait, there's more to the story, so listen carefully. We took this evidence to his CEO and had a direct conversation with him. There's no way an employer would fire someone for that. Then, to my surprise, the CEO turned out to be my childhood friend's big brother. What a coincidence, isn't it? And get this, the person who works as his right-hand man is my childhood friend. The world sure is a small place. Huh? Wait, didn't you say before that your big brother is the right-hand man? My childhood friend has 2 brothers and no sister. Something's not adding up here. Oh my God, so is my brother really lying? Then what's his title? He's Keith's boss, but just a regular employee. He has no power to fire anyone. No way. But it doesn't really matter. As the authority of the wedding venue staff, your wedding is now mine. Your fiancé, dress, and everything else, they're all mine. No matter what anyone says, Keith and I are getting married. If we push through with it, I win. He says he wants to marry me. He chooses me over an old lady like you. Wait, we're already married. What? Who's the guy? Of course, it's Keith. We got married yesterday. Because you were so persistent, we thought it was better to get married first and make it official. What the heck? So he isn't going to be mine? Right. In fact, he never had any intention of being yours. He couldn't outright refuse you because you kept threatening him that you'd do something to me. So he won't marry me? No, he said he'd never marry you. Well, then forget it. I'll give him back to you. I don't want a guy who won't love me anyway. That's incredibly rude. Don't contact me anymore, okay? Do you really think you can just walk away like nothing ever happened? I'm letting you have him, so it's over. Anyway, you used this sneaky tactic of getting married ahead of me for that purpose, didn't you? Of course not, and I'm going to claim damages from you. Damages? I didn't have an affair and have no reason to pay you anything. Compensation for the trouble, defamation, and emotional distress. I want $10,000 for the harassment you caused and another $20,000 for my workplace for the destruction of property. Plus, you harassed Keith as well. You acted like a stalker, right? So, I'll need another $10,000 for him. Goddamn, I can't afford that much. But why? I only wanted to make the guy I love mine. You should pay damages for taking my loved one. You used such a lame method by getting married ahead of me. You didn't have the courage to fight fair because you're so much less attractive than me, coward. You say I took him away from you, but he was my fiancé in the first place. And I didn't want to have my wedding where there's someone so crazy as a staff. I explained everything to your boss and asked for the wedding to be cancelled. Wait, you talked to my boss? Of course. It's outrageous that a wedding planner would make advances on someone else's fiancé, right? Besides, you mentioned some pretty unacceptable things, like using your position to lower the cost. So, it's crucial to address this kind of situation promptly. No wonder my boss keeps calling me. He said if it turns out to be true after investigation, he'd fire you. He asked me to reconsider canceling the wedding. No. I don't want to get fired. Being a wedding planner was my dream. If I get fired over something like this, I won't be able to do this job anymore. Please, I apologize. Just tell him it was a misunderstanding. This is your fault, even if it was your dream job. It's so stupid to do something dishonest instead of working honestly and end up getting fired. You really should reflect on what you did. No, I can't get fired. Please. Please spare me. If I lose my job, I can't pay you compensation. At the very least, tell him it was a misunderstanding. No way. I can't risk having you do the same to someone else. I promise I'll never do it, so please, forgive me. I just want to keep my job. Why don't you explain it to your boss, not me? Well, even if you lose your job, make sure you pay the compensation. I'll also send an official letter to your family. Don't even think about running away. I'm really sorry. I won't do this again, so please spare me. Please let me go. Afterward, the venue decided to terminate Karen and offered to cover 75% of the wedding expenses as compensation. After discussing it with Keith and our families, we decided to go ahead since we didn't have any complaints about the actual venue. We settled with Karen on a payment plan for the compensation. From what I hear, she's been struggling to find a job and is working part-time day and night. Her youthful appearance from back then has apparently aged significantly. As for the liar of her brother, I hear he's been demoted due to poor work performance and has become estranged from Keith. It's a relief that the connection to a dishonest person has been severed from him. We finished our wedding and now we're actively searching for a new home.
Hey, Grace. It was nice seeing you earlier. Sorry for just dropping by out of the blue. I was out and about and felt like visiting. Oh, hey, Willow. No worries. I happen to be home. But in the future, it'd be nice if you could let me know in advance. Got it. By the way, I caught a glimpse of the room in the back when I borrowed the restroom. Was the door opened? That pure white dress there. A wedding dress by any chance? Oh, yeah, it is. What? Really? For who? I'm in the middle of making it for someone. Oh, I see. By the way, you often dress quite nicely when you go out. Your schedule varies, so it doesn't seem like you're going to the office. You're observant. I mean, we live in the same apartment complex. Didn't you mention you've been working from home before? Could it be that you have a boyfriend? No way, that's not it. I occasionally go out to deliver finished products or meet clients in person for discussions. I have to dress appropriately for that, you know. It's nothing like what you suspect. Oh, I see. But seriously, single mothers seem always so busy, don't they? Huh? You changed the topic all of a sudden. I'm just curious. Indeed, single parenting does seem quite challenging. They have to fulfill the role of the dad and mom on their own. And with kids to take care of, it's not easy to work as they'd like. Some people are like that, it seems. Oh, sorry, but I should be heading out soon. I've got to go out for a work appointment. Not to meet a boyfriend, isn't it? I'll keep quiet, so have fun. I'm telling you, there's really nothing like that. Anyway, I really have to go now. Okay, see you later. Hey, Grace! What on earth is going on? Explain it! Willow? You sound upset. Is something wrong? Oh, please. You went to the wedding venue with John, didn't you? Oh, yeah. I was there for work, and we happened to bump into each other at the entrance. Liar! What the? I'm more suited for him. Just because he lives nearby doesn't mean you can go for him like nobody's business, okay? He's mine. A woman like you is not worthy of him. Are you okay? I thought there wouldn't be anyone interested in him because he's a divorce with baggage. But I guess I was naive. You better back down. Listen, I told you. We just happened to be there at the same time because of my job. There's nothing going on between us like you think. And he's planning to get married soon. Married? Yeah, he has a wedding coming up. That's why there is a wedding dress at your place. No, that has nothing to do with this. Trying to cover it up won't work. You talked about making it for someone else, but it's actually for yourself. No, really, you're wrong. I was commissioned to create it for someone else. I won't believe anything you say anymore. Anyway, I object to your marriage to John. He's supposed to marry me. No other woman is allowed to touch him. I don't know why you're telling me this. I'm not the one he's marrying. Besides, who he marries is his decision, right? Shut up! Poor people like you shouldn't talk down to others. Poor? A family where the mother has to work to make ends meet is poor. You're working to keep afloat, right? No, I've been doing this job since I was single because I enjoy it. My husband understands, so I continue. Husband? You have some nerve to tell such a lie. Willow? Seriously, what's wrong with you? I feel like there's a few misunderstanding here. Maybe we should calm down and talk this through? If we keep going like this, nothing will change the result. What's the misunderstanding? I absolutely won't let you have a wedding. Hold on. Let's first try to clear up the parts where our conversation isn't aligning, okay? The reason it's not aligning is because you're lying. No matter how you try to cover it up, it's useless. I won't ever let John go. Oh God. Willow, what in the world have you done? First, you burst into my place, and then you start tearing up the wedding dress. You got what you deserved. This is your punishment for trying to steal my John. What? A punishment? I tore your wedding dress to shreds. Your wedding is cancelled now. I'm the one marrying him. I've told you that dress isn't mine. It was something I was commissioned to make. You're lying. A poor single mother like you is undeserving of him. Single mother? That's right. Even if John is a single father, I don't want you to think you guys are the same. A poor single mother like you can't possibly be a match for a business owner like him. You should know your place. I'm not a single mother. Yeah, right. I have a husband. What are you talking about? I've never seen a man coming out of your place. Of course, you haven't seen him. He had to take a job assignment out of town before we moved here. Huh? He's coming back next spring. Then what? You're married, but you still try to marry John? Unbelievable! You even prepared a dress for it. Tearing it up was the right things to do. Canceling your disgusting infidelity wedding was the right choice. You're so wrong. How am I wrong? He's marrying someone else. Huh? His fiancée is his secretary. Then why were you guys at the wedding venue together? I went there for a business meeting. A meeting? I work as a dressmaker specializing in wedding dresses. I was asked by a client to attend a meeting with a wedding planner today. So when I went there, I ran into John, who was there for a site visit, right at the entrance. But there was no other woman with him. His fiancée had an urgent matter, so he came by himself before her. So the dress I tore to pieces. Yeah, that was your sister's wedding dress. What? My sister? Wait, you mean she's marrying John? I mean, how do you guys know each other in the first place? You do know that we went to the same high school, right? She used that connection and asked me to make a dress for her. No way. Really? So, I need to contact her now. Speak later. Grace! Hey! Answer me! What? My husband just told me we're getting a divorce. It's your fault. You better take responsibility for this. It's because you said unnecessary things. Unnecessary things? You told my sister about John, didn't you? That's how he got wind of it. Well, if I were going to mention the wedding dress, that was a topic I couldn't skip. But Willow. What? What's up with you being so obsessed with another man when you're married? You were quick to accuse me of having an affair and being filthy. But who's really the filthy one here? I heard that you were flirting with John. But you actually didn't have any contact with him beyond being neighbors, right? Yet, you got so worked up just because I was with him, barged into my house, and tore up a wedding dress. Your actions are incomprehensible, and I can't make sense of it. Moreover, claiming you're the one marrying him. Your husband wanting a divorce is no surprise at all. When I asked about the dress, it was your fault for not telling me it belonged to my sister. It's confidential customer information, Even if you're her older sister, I can't disclose it without her permission. Besides, regardless of whose dress it was, destroying someone else's property like that is way out of line. And you know what? When you found it in my place, you didn't just happen to see it because the door was open, did you? You broke the padlock and entered the room, right? What? Why? There's a security camera. What? No way. Where is it? I checked around, You were indeed looking around suspiciously, and that's all captured perfectly. Are you by any chance a repeat offender with this kind of thing? Breaking a lock without making a noise. That's pretty scary. Why did you do that? Because I was wondering if you were hiding something. Given that you went to the trouble of adding a padlock, I've been curious about it for a while. It's just a workspace. Hey, what are you going to do about your sister's wedding dress? The wedding is this weekend. The dress you tore up is clearly beyond repair. She must be pretty upset, huh? That's something you can handle again. There are only 4 days left. It's impossible. Oh no. But isn't 4 days enough to manage somehow? I know how to use a sewing machine. I can help too. Please don't joke around. Do you have any idea how long it takes to make a wedding dress? Anyway, Make sure to talk to your sister. What she wants is the most important. Okay. See ya. I immediately apologized to the sister for the trouble before delivery. She insisted, rather, my sister caused trouble for you. I'd like to pay for it. In the end, I decided to accept her offer. She ended up renting the dress after all. Nevertheless, I heard she had a beautiful wedding. Several months later, I received another dress commission from her, and I delivered it without any issues this time. The dress will be used for an overseas wedding, aiming to replace the better memories from before. The total cost incurred up to this point is approximately $30,000. It's all covered by Willow. She's now going through a custody battle and is desperately working part-time to make installment payments for the expenses.
Valerie? Hey, if you can see this, please respond. Don't ignore me. This is an emergency. Valerie!
Yes. Who may I ask is this?
It's me, Avery.
Avery?
It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure I deleted anyone with that name from my mind about 7 years ago. So, goodbye.
Hold on. I have something very important to tell you. I even got a new number just to get in touch with you.
I was wondering how you could contact me after I blocked you. But that's why. Why go to such lengths? What do you want? Did you contact me just to irritate me?
Not at all. It's an emergency. There's also something about your sister.
About Taylor?
It's a pretty serious matter. I thought it'd be a good idea for you to hear about it, even though I knew I might be treated rudely.
I don't really understand. But well, I'll listen. So, what is it?
Taylor ran away with another guy.
Oh, man.
She left divorce papers. I had no choice but to agree.
Darn.
What? That's it? Your reaction is lame.
Oh, yeah? I think that was more than sufficient.
Not at all. It's your own sister we're talking about, so shouldn't you be a little more alarmed?
Well, you're probably like if you were normal siblings.
You're not?
You said she ran away with another guy, right? In her case, it's not the first time. There's nothing to be alarmed about. It's more like, oh, again?
Seriously?
Why are you so surprised? She did the same when you guys had an affair, right?
Ugh.
She moved to our apartment complex on a different floor, so she could attend a university nearby. You guys took advantage of my busy work schedule and betrayed me. You quit your job, left divorce papers, and left. She also dropped out of university and moved out of the apartment. You guys ended up at your family's place in the suburbs, right? It's been 7 years, but I remember it well. I thought I had erased it from my memory, but when I saw your name, the memories came back with anger.
Well...
I was left alone and signed a divorce. I had to cancel the lease for the 2 apartments and go through the moving procedures. I had to dispose of the furniture and things that you guys left behind. I also had to take care of the necessary procedures at work and at the county office. It was during the busy work period, so it was really tough.
Well, I'm very sorry for that time.
If you're sorry, don't contact me. Bye.
Oh, come on. Please wait. You have to hear the main point. I'm really begging you. It's something that will affect your future. You'll definitely regret it if you don't listen.
Fine. What is it?
Raise my son with me.
Your son?
Taylor and I had a child together. He's 10 months old now. His name is Adam. He's in the adorable stage, you know.
Okay. So?
So, will you raise him with me?
Is that what you mean by I'll regret it if I don't listen? I regret listening to this now. You're talking trash. You got some nerve to ask me that.
I'm not talking trash. It's obvious that you should raise him.
What?
Listen, think about it. You're my ex-wife, right? Well, I divorced you because I got together with Taylor. The child born between us is Adam, since his mother is no longer around. You, as my ex-wife and her sister, should take on the role of his mother. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Not at all. And if it's not trash talk, think before you speak.
Even if you don't get it, you have a responsibility as his mother. Get back together with me as soon as possible and start taking care of him.
No, it's none of my business.
Darn you! Don't you find your own son cute?
You mean my nephew? Even so, I've never met him and have no idea if I'll find him cute. And don't you think that I might really be married?
That's impossible.
Wow, you sound confident.
Aren't you a bit too irresponsible? Or are you saying you're abandoning your responsibility as a mother? It's neglecting your parental duties.
Cut it out. I'm not irresponsible. I'm just uninvolved. Well then, bye.
Hey, Valerie.
Hey, Avery. I hear you're in the lobby of my company with a baby. What in the world are you doing there?
Oh, Valerie. I heard. You started a business and are now the CEO.
So what?
In that case, we wouldn't have financial problems in raising a child. You being the CEO for us is amazing.
Oh yeah?
What do you mean, oh yeah? We're getting back together and going to raise a child, you know. It's only natural that I'm concerned about my wife's financial situation, right?
Seriously, what are you talking about? I have no intention of getting back together with you. Or raising my sister's child. I've already told you so the other day. Stop it already.
Listen, Valerie. Isn't it like against societal norms?
What part of you thinks you can lecture about societal norms? What you're saying is like a reckless truck overloaded with too much nonsense causing an accident. Go ask the society about who's right, you or me. I bet 100 out of 100 would say I'm right.
No way. That's not how you speak to your husband, isn't it?
God darn it. I won't get back together with you.
It's the worst thing to say as a mother to Adam.
I'm not his mother. Stop pissing me off. It's annoying if you're in the lobby. Go somewhere else.
No. Listen here. Think it through. You're nearing 40 and have no hope of getting married and having kids. Considering your future, coming back to me is the best option. If you listen to me now, society will finally see you as a respectable woman.
Really? If I'm married and have children, society will acknowledge me as a respectable woman. Is that it?
That's right. You finally get it, huh? Then, let's go and get the marriage license. We'll go to the county clerk's office right now. Also, we need to arrange for the adoption of my son by you. To avoid any future disputes regarding inheritance and such, we should take care of that as well.
Listen, the marriage license and the adoption are not necessary, you know.
Why? What are you talking about? You need to do that. Otherwise, you won't become a respectable woman.
I'm already a mother of 2 children.
No.
Now, let's get to the point.
The point?
You've been jobless ever since then, right?
Well,
I've already found out all about it. Your parents, who used to support you, are now in a nursing home. Taylor disappeared after cheating on you with some guy she met while working at the bar. You found yourself in a tough spot, needing to find someone to provide for you. So, when you heard that I had started a business and become CEO, you thought it was a golden opportunity. A chance to make me your new benefactor, housekeeper, and childcare provider.
well,
But you see, since we parted ways, I've gone on to meet a new man and got married.
what? You're lying.
It's true. And we started this company together.
What the?
By the way, my husband is the vice president.
You being married is utterly unthinkable. A woman close to 40 like you could get married and become a CEO. That's unfair.
However, I'm grateful that I was able to do all that.
You've got to be kidding.
If you don't believe me, you can have one of my friends confirm it for you. So, our family assets are going to be passed down to our children. You, as an unrelated party, should just get lost. Once I revealed my current status, Avery finally retreated. However, I was genuinely concerned about my nephew, so I contacted my former in-laws. To my surprise, they were in a panic when they found out that Taylor had left. They quickly made the necessary arrangements, and my nephew was adopted by an acquaintance of my former mother-in-law. I thought Avery had become lonely without a wife and child. But he had a surprise in store a few months later when Taylor, who had been dumped by her boyfriend, returned to him. When she found out that their son had been adopted away, she became furious. In response, he was also enraged. Their heated dispute led to severe damage to their apartment. They were forced to move out after the landlord demanded compensation. Thinking that these two are my ex-husband and my own sister, I can't help but feel mortified. I've already cut ties with them, so I'll try my best not to let it bother me.
Dawn, Julian told me. I heard the baby was born last night. Mom, I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you. There was a problem during the delivery, and I had to have an emergency C-section. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to call you. It's okay. I'm glad to hear that both mother and child are in good health. You had a baby late in life, and it sounds like you had a tough pregnancy. You did a great job. Thank you very much. By the way, I heard the baby is a girl? Yes, it is. She looks just like Julian, with big bright eyes. I'm her mother, but she's very cute. Please come and see her. Yes, I'll come visit you with my husband soon. We'll be waiting for you. I know it's strange to ask you this just after you had a child. Dawn, are you thinking about having a second child? What? You're already talking about a second child? If possible, I'd like you to have a boy next time. I guess it's too much to ask. You're already 43 years old, aren't you? I don't know about that. I would like to have 2 children if possible, but that's up to fate, I guess. Well, okay. They say it's risky to have a baby at an older age. I'll give up on having an heir. What? Oh, that's right. I'll send you a baby gift. What do you want? It's a girl, so how about some pretty clothes? That'd be great. We didn't know the sex until after the baby was born. I didn't get a lot of clothes for her. Well, I'll take care of that. We had 3 boys. I never had a chance to buy frilly, ribboned, pink, or cute clothes. I'd love to dress your baby in cute, girly clothes. I just hope you like it. How does that sound? That sounds great. Me too. Since she's a girl, I want to dress her up in cute little girl's clothes. Good. Well, I'll send it to you soon. Look forward to it. Thank you, Mom. Hey, Dawn. Where are you now? Oh, Julian, what's wrong? I just got home from work and the house is totally dark. We just had a newborn baby. Where the heck are you wandering around at this hour? What's more, I found a big cardboard box in the yard. The box was crushed and mangled. You threw it out the living room window. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, that's it. I can't take that stuff. I'm going to get rid of the whole box. That was the present from Mom, right? Mom said she sent you a bunch of baby clothes the other day. I can't believe it. Throwing a present from Mom out the window? That's a horrible thing to do. You better apologize right away. Apologize? You gotta be kidding me. What did you say? You're a very lucky man, aren't you? You have no idea why I did it. I don't understand. You're really mean, you know that? Mom went out of her way to choose that stuff just for you, and you treat her like trash? Yeah, right. Out of her way. She went to several different stores looking for clothes that would look good on her daughter. I went with her. Mom was so excited. What? You went with her too? Huh? Why are you surprised? Mom said it would be a bad idea for her just to choose stuff of her own liking. She wanted to choose things that you and I would like too. That's how much she cares about you. You went with her and bought those clothes? Huh? I'm dumbfounded. I'm the one who's dumbfounded. You trampled on my mother's feelings. You, go to my parents' house right now and apologize to my mother. I don't want to. I mean, I'm at my parents' house right now. I'm not going back there. What? Your parents' house? Why are you at home? I mean, your mother and father are busy with work, aren't they? You told me you weren't going back. That's right. I wasn't planning on going home. But when I told my mom about the situation, she agreed to take some time off. My sisters live nearby. I've decided to stay with my parents for a while. I can't believe you just went without talking to me. Then I won't be able to see my daughter. It's too much burden on your mother and father. Come back here as soon as you can. You still don't get it? Huh? I don't want to see you and my mother-in-law. What are you talking about? My mother misses her grandchild too. I wonder about that. Dawn, if you want to apologize, now's the time. You're the one who should apologize. Well, even if you apologize, I'm not going back. What's going on? Who's going to take care of me if you're not here? I can't even cook a meal. I don't know how to clean. I don't even know how to use the washing machine. Why don't you take this opportunity to learn how to do housework? I'm too busy working, you know. Well, I've been doing all the housework while working too. Shut up. Men and women are different. Oh yeah? Then why don't you go back to your favorite mother and ask her to take care of you? Huh? Anyway, I'm not going back for a while. We'll talk about the rest later. Okay, bye. I think it's time for me to go feed the baby, so I have to go. What? Wait a minute. Dawn. Dawn, it's already been a week since you left. Stop being so stubborn and come home. My mother's worried about you.
I'm not going back. I'm divorcing you.
What? Divorce? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. After what she did to me?
You mean things like her presence? God, you're so narrow-minded. It's just that the clothes she picked out for you didn't happen to suit your taste. You're out of your mind if you're going to divorce me over something as trivial as that.
Did you even check the presents? Can you say the same thing after seeing them?
Huh? They're still in the box. I didn't see them. When we bought them at the store, I helped her pick them out. I have a general idea what they look like. They are pink and frilly, like something a girl would wear, right? And a hat with bunny ears. You ask Mom to buy you pretty clothes, and then you see the real thing and throw it away because you don't like it? That's just being selfish.
You know what? Why don't you go look at the real thing? Maybe you left the cardboard box in the yard?
Oh man, fine. I'll go take a look now. Oh my God.
Did you look at the presents?
I opened them all.
Now you know why I threw them away.
Okay, but it's crazy. I mean, Mom definitely bought you frilly clothes. I saw it with my own eyes.
And your mother said she was looking forward to buying the girls' clothes. The ones that were sent to our house were all boys' clothes, no matter how you look at it, right? The colors are blue, black, or green, not a single pink or red. They have pictures of airplanes and dinosaurs on them that boys would love. Well, maybe it doesn't matter what color they wear because they're boys. Obviously, this is a gift for a boy, right?
No, it's a mistake. It's just a big mistake.
What do you mean, mistake?
It's funny, my mom is supposed to know that you had a girl. Maybe she was so excited about the birth of her long-awaited grandchild that she got confused.
Don't play dumb with me.
What?
Those presents? My mother-in-law bought them for her other grandchild, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? My mother only has one grandchild. Of my 3 brothers, I'm the only one who got married. We've only had one child too.
I have 1 child. You have 2.
Huh?
Why don't you come clean?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're cheating on me.
What? I'm not having an affair.
You got the woman you were having an affair with pregnant. And the baby is a boy, no?
Let's see.
The other woman was a subordinate in your company. She got pregnant around the same time I did, and she had a boy. When your mother found out, she was overjoyed that she was going to have an heir. She bought a lot of clothes and shoes for the boy and tried to give them to her as gifts.
Well, that's...
Of course, she also bought girls' clothes to send to my daughter. But your mother is a bit ditzy at times. She mistakenly sent me the present that was supposed to go to the woman you were cheating on me with. That's how it is, isn't it?
I see. Mom sent it to the wrong person. But how do you know so much about it? I thought you didn't know about the affair.
There was a letter in the package with the present.
A letter?
A letter from your mother to your girlfriend. Thank you for supporting my son at work. Thank you for giving birth to our heir. She also said she'd love to have her as her daughter-in-law.
Oh my God.
So I called the detective agency right away, and they looked into you and her. It seems you've been seeing her for a long time, and you got your wife and your affair partner pregnant at almost the same time. You were such a scumbag.
No, it's not. This is a bit of a fluke. I wasn't planning on having a baby with her, but she insisted and...
Let's just get divorced. What? Wait a minute. I apologize for cheating on you. You even made a baby. It's too late to apologize now. I'm really sorry. You got pregnant and I was lonely. I just wanted to feel young again. I heard she's only 25. That's almost the age difference of a parent and a child. How could you even think of making a move? A 20-something girl was nice to an older guy like me. I got carried away. I'm so sorry. What were you going to do with the child you had with the woman you cheated on your wife with? She had a boy. You were going to make him your heir, weren't you? No, that was Mom's own decision. She had all those presents ready for him. You and your mother must have been very happy. But she had even bought clothes for your child. Pink, frilly, and super cute. I didn't get it, though. I'm sure the pink frilly clothes have probably arrived at your girlfriend's house by now. I bet she's surprised. Dawn, calm down. Anyway, just come on back. Let's talk about it. There's nothing to discuss. I'm divorcing you, that's it. Wait a minute, Dawn. Please, come back. Hey, Dawn. It's about time you came home. I've reflected on what I've done. You're all I've got. It must be hard for you to raise a child on your own. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's be a loving couple again. Oh, Julian, you texted me at just the right time. I was just about to go home today. You're coming back? I'll be there in a little while. I see. Thanks, Dawn. You forgive me, don't you? Forgive you? No way. What? But you just said you're coming back. I think you're mistaken. I'm coming back to finalize the divorce, and I'll be collecting my stuff that's still there. No. Anything but divorce. I don't see that girl anymore. It's not that you don't see her. It's you can't see her. What do you mean? Why do you say that? I heard the company found out about the affair and fired you both. So you knew. I was disgusted. I heard you two skipped work and went to a hotel together. There was a rumor among the employees that you two were having an affair. You guys have become quite the topic of gossip. Oh no. You used the company car to go on dates, taking her on business trips without the boss's knowledge. They said you did whatever you wanted. Ugh. I'm going to file for child support and alimony. Wait a minute. It's true. It was my fault for cheating on you. But the only person I love is you. Mom misses you and her grandchild too. If you divorce me, she'll be sad too. Please. I'll apologize again and again. Please don't divorce me. It's not true that your mother is sad. What? What are you talking about? Mom, she cries every day. Then they're crocodile tears. Why do you say that? You're a real cold person, you know that? Because the letter said what your mother really meant. The letter? The one that came with the present? Yeah. All I wanted was a male grandchild. I don't want a daughter-in-law who could only give birth to a girl at an old age. And I don't want the grandchild that was born either. My son and I are planning to kick her out. That's, When I gave birth, she was so kind to me. But I don't think she was happy at all. Thinking back, right after I gave birth, she said she wanted a second child, a boy. But, oh well, that's too bad. Your mother never got to meet the heir, did she? That's right. The girl's parents found out that I was married. They made her and the child come back home. They were furious. They said they'd never let me see her again. My mom is also upset because they took away her beautiful heir. Really? So now, the only grandchild she has is the one you gave birth to. Mom is very sorry about the present. She wants to apologize to you directly. Please come back and don't talk about divorce again.
Don't be silly.
Dawn.
Oh yeah, when I get over there, I'm going to cancel the lease on the house.
Huh? Cancel? Why?
Because that house is the one I rented, right?
Well,
I've lived there since I was single. I paid the rent after we got married. I don't live there anymore. I'll cancel the lease immediately.
no, wait. I'll have no place to live.
Why don't you go back to your parents' house? Doesn't your mother want to live with you too?
Yeah, about that. My dad's really angry about this whole thing. He won't even let me in the house.
Then why don't you stay at a hotel?
I don't have that kind of money. I got fired from my job and I have no income.
If hotels are too expensive, why don't you go to a bed and breakfast?
I can't even afford a bed and breakfast. I'm seriously strapped for cash.
Then why don't you sleep on a park bench?
You're mean.
Let me tell you something. I don't care how much you plead that you don't have any money. I'm still going to charge you alimony and child support.
Oh no. I have to pay child support for my ex-girlfriend too.
You're gonna have to work really hard from now on.
Wait a minute. I'm a mess. I've lost so much. I can't keep up.
You deserve it.
How am I supposed to live with myself now?
I don't know. You're a grown man. You're on your own. Well then, my father and I are on our way now.
What? Your father is coming too?
Yes. He wants to talk to you about some things.
Oh my God. I don't like your father. He scares me.
You can't run away from him. In fact, he's already right in front of the house. After that, when I pressed the doorbell, Julian pretended to be out and didn't answer the door right away. But my father screamed at him, and he finally came out. My father lectured him for about an hour, and he reluctantly agreed to the divorce. And Julian and I became unrelated. Naturally, I asked Julian for alimony and child support, and I also asked his affair partner for compensation. Julian, who had no money, had to borrow money to pay the alimony and child support. He is now working part-time as a live-in worker to pay off his debts and is struggling to make ends meet. The compensation from his girlfriend was put up by her parents. They said they would make sure that she pays them back in full. My mother-in-law was given a divorce by my father-in-law and kicked out of her house. She's now living alone in a small apartment. She was actually planning to move in with a relative, but since all the relatives knew that she had sent me boys' clothes, no one wanted to help her. Most likely, she'll end up spending her old age alone. I guess she deserves it, doesn't she? As for me, I am raising my daughter at home with the support of my parents. I returned to work earlier than planned because I became a single mother. Thanks to my sisters who live nearby and help me pick up and drop off my daughter at daycare, I am able to devote myself to my work with peace of mind. My daughter, who is growing up with a lot of love from her family, will surely become a kind-hearted woman in the future.
Hey, fatty. How are you doing today? Weighing in at over 202 pounds? What's with that greeting? You haven't contacted me in a while. What do you want? What's wrong with calling a fatty a fatty? It's true, I used to be a little chubby. I haven't seen you in years, so how do you know? It's not easy to change the personality of a fatty, you know. Of course, the girl who used to be fat is still fat. I'm at work. Just tell me what you need. At work? Oh, you're so stupid that you can't get the job done within a working hour, huh? Fat and stupid, you're hopeless, and you're ugly on top of it all. I'm just doing my job because I like it. Well, you're not gonna get married, so you're just gonna have to work. You're single yourself. Too bad. I'm getting married. I see. Congratulations. We just met the other day. Well, I'm not introducing you. If we had a fat girl like you, people would think we live in a pizza parlor. And you're an embarrassment to me. You don't think of me as a family. I don't care. Oh, so you know exactly what I mean. You are aware of that. You tell me every time I see you. That's why I left like you wanted. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I feel sorry for you, so I'll at least invite you to the wedding. I'm not going. You're my sister after all. If I don't invite you, everybody would think I'm crazy. I don't have a choice. Try to keep as low a profile as you can. I'll put you at the end of the table. You're fat and you take up a lot of space. Don't walk too fast and annoy everyone around you. I don't want to go. Is it because you're fat and you don't have any clothes? But you don't have a choice. I'm the president of this company. I hear you're on the verge of going under. It's like you wasted the money you got from our parents to start the company. How do you know that? Well, we are in the same business. I've researched our competitors in the same industry. I don't want to end up like your company. Same industry? I'm sure yours is a shitty place. You're a high school graduate. If you don't need me anymore, I'd like to go back to work. Do you know who I'm going to marry? I don't know, and I'm not interested. You'll be surprised when you hear it. She's the daughter of the president of Acme Corporation. Our company's joining the Acme Group after we get married. What? Really? Acme Corporation, the top company in the industry? That's a big company that even an idiot like you knows about, right? She's his only daughter. Of course I know that. You're going to marry the daughter of the president of Acme Corporation? That's a very strange story. Don't be jealous. You'll never have anything to do with this company if you're a high school graduate. You're probably just a temp at a small company, right? I started out as a contract worker, but they recognize my hard work and I'm a full-time employee now. Wow, I didn't know there was a company that would hire you. The president of that company must be an idiot. You never change, no matter how old you get. I mean, why would a company as big as Acme want to deal with a company on the verge of collapse? It seems the president was worried about not having a successor. Then his precious only daughter brought me, who had experience in the same industry. I hear they're overjoyed. Then why does he need your company? I'm a subcontractor for Acme now. As long as I get the work, we can avoid bankruptcy. Well, I got my fiancé to do this for me. The boss has a soft spot for his daughter. So, for the time being, we are gonna be a subsidiary and ask for financial support. Wow, you got them to go along with that pretty well, didn't you? Or maybe the boss is just not a good judge of character. Don't get smart. Well, you said earlier that we are in the same industry, didn't you? I'm gonna put pressure on you, and I'm gonna destroy the company you work for. You're gonna be unemployed. I can easily find out what company you work for. If you don't want to lose your job, you listen to me. This really sucks. I'm finally free after leaving home. Why should I listen to you? Because you're fat, ugly, and stupid, and you don't even know your own status, and you're talking to me like a smartass. If you want, I can hire you at my company as a part-timer. When you say your company, has it already gotten to that point? I told you before, didn't I? So far, my company is just a subsidiary, and I'm supposed to get support from them. But since she's the only daughter, Acme Corporation is mine in the end. That's a given. Can't you get that through your stupid head? You're the one who's stupid. You're just trying to take over. I'm not taking over. It's just that the son-in-law is going to take over. You're gonna spend the rest of your life working for a shitty company, scared that we're gonna take you down. The wedding date is set. You have to attend. I'm not going, okay? We are not family, right? I don't consider you family either. You sent me an invitation, but I'm declining. Told you you've got no right to decline. I sent the invitation as a formality, but no matter what your response is, you have to attend. You're right, you're not family. You're like a dog wagging your tail. I heard it's normal nowadays to have pets in the ceremony too. Well, just think as you like. I don't want to have anything to do with you ever again. I'm busy at work, so don't bother me. Working late again, huh? No matter how hard you try, you'll never beat us. Don't worry about that. I've already submitted my resignation. I'm changing jobs because you're annoying me. I'm busy making handover documents and stuff, so can you please just leave me alone? You understand your position now, don't you? But it's too bad. I was looking forward to destroying your company. That's what I thought you'd say. I don't want you to push me around anymore. I've decided to make my own move before anything happens. Don't be a sore loser. You're crying now, aren't you? Are you frustrated? It's really funny. You're a loser for life. You never change, do you? Ever since we were kids, you love to make me cry. Mom and Dad never stuck up for me at all. That's because you're fat and brainless. They said they didn't need a girl in the house because I was just gonna get married anyway, and they kicked me out right after I graduated high school. Makes perfect sense. At least if you had been pretty, you could have married into wealth and things would have been a little different. But you're fat, you eat a lot of food, and you're really just a nuisance. No wonder you got kicked out early. Did you realize that Mom and Dad were toxic? Toxic? It's normal, isn't it? In a way, I feel sorry for you. Don't get too carried away. Why aren't you calling me brother when you talk to me? I don't consider you my brother. I don't even want to think of you as an acquaintance. I don't want to consider you a sister either. But you're my sister, so come to the wedding. I have my own reputation to maintain. I'm not gonna waste my time on your publicity. I'll continue to work hard for a month, and then I'll be job hunting again. Unlike you, who lives off your parents, I'm busy. Your situation has nothing to do with me. Her sister is not allowed to disobey her older brother. If you don't come, I'll drag you there. You can bet on it. Don't think you can get everything your own way. Too bad. Everything goes my way, you know. It always has, and it always will. You'll be at my wedding, and you're gonna be a part of my wedding life. You're gonna thank me for having a role in my life. I have no idea what that means, and I'm wasting my time. I'm going back to work. Well, good luck with that at best. It was you, wasn't it? What? You said something to the boss. What kind of a move did you make? What? How can I talk to the CEO of a major corporation? Can you please stop being so paranoid? Then why is my marriage breaking up? The boss is really mad at me. Oh, he's that mad? That's funny. There's no doubt you're involved. I asked him why, and he said to ask you. You're the one who said something to him. I told you I didn't say anything. Then, how did this happen? Explain it. Shut up. I'm busy with work. Huh? You said you submitted your resignation, right? Then why are you still working? Well, I did submit my resignation, but it didn't get accepted. My boss kept me from leaving. He said he didn't want me to leave, and he started crying. Don't lie to me. No one would bother to keep an idiot like you around. You're fat, you just take up space, you're worthless, and you should just disappear. I wasn't aware of it either, but it seems I was appreciated to a certain extent. I've been working here for 10 years since I graduated high school, and recently I've been given a bigger job. You know, you're not even close. I don't know how it went, but anyway, he tried to talk me out of it, but when I refused, the president of the company called me in. He asked me to stay with the company and said that I would get a promotion and a guaranteed future. The company must be in bad shape if they're offering you that much to say. What? No, they're doing pretty well. It's Acme Corporation. Huh? What? You work for Acme? Huh? Didn't I tell you? I was gonna leave because I didn't like the fact that you are coming. That's a lie, right? There's absolutely no way that you could work for a big company. It's true. If you want, why don't you contact the company? What did you talk to the president about? I didn't talk to him personally, okay? But maybe my manager said something. When he was trying to keep me from quitting, he persistently asked me why I was resigning. I showed him the text messages from the last time you and I talked. When I showed him, he was pretty taken aback. He asked me to give him some time. Then the president must have found out about it from your manager. What are you gonna do about it? I don't know. Explain to the boss that it's a misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding. You were planning to take over the company on your own and were threatening to fire me, weren't you? Did you tell him everything? I didn't. I told you I showed him the text messages. It's the same thing, isn't it? Come to think of it, my boss asked me if he could print it out. That means he took it to the president. I've solved a mystery. That's refreshing. Are you trying to get revenge on me? Revenge? That's just the beginning. Huh? What do you mean? Your company does business with us, right? What about it? Our contract ends this month. What? Why do you have that kind of authority? Did I tell you? I've got a promotion. I have the authority to select suppliers. Wait a minute! Stop it! If you cut me off, I'm in real trouble. I don't know how you met her, but you got the boss's daughter to subcontract the work to you. That's how you managed to avoid bankruptcy, right? You should have been happy with that. That's what happens when you get carried away. You're the one who's getting carried away. You're getting all worked up just because you got a little promotion. You can't run this company on your personal feelings alone. I'm gonna press charges. It's like the deal was made because of the president's daughter's personal feelings to begin with. I'm just gonna change it to a more profitable business partner for the company, okay? Even if I'm accused, it won't be do any damage though, will it? Oh, and by the way, his daughter has no more feelings for you. Sandy, I'm sorry for everything. I thought you finally shut up, and now suddenly what? That's creepy. Don't say that. I'm your only brother, right? No, we are strangers. You said so yourself. I'm not family. That was just to hide the embarrassment. My sister is the most important thing to me. The two of us have helped each other in many ways since we're little. You haven't forgotten the bond between a brother and a sister, have you? That's gross. I'm busy and it's really annoying. I see. You're working hard. You've always been a hard worker. Why don't you work hard yourself? If the company goes under, there's no way I can work hard. You know what I mean? You're breathing down my neck about bringing down my company, and here we are. Too bad. You're the one who's gonna be unemployed. Good luck with your job hunting. You're saying you're abandoning family? You said we weren't family. Even if I say that, in reality, we are blood-related family. I'd like to replace all the blood in my body. You have a great sense of humor. That's my sister. I've never seen anyone laughing at text with It's weird. Look, I'm sorry about everything. And I'm sorry for calling you fat. Fat, ugly, and stupid, right? I'm also sorry for calling you fat, ugly, and stupid. And I'm gonna make Mom and Dad apologize too. So please reconsider. Don't apologize. Don't ever show your face to me again. Hey, please. If the company goes under, I can't pay the loan. Loan? I thought it was on a winning stake, so I took the plunge and built a two-family house. So? If I can't pay the mortgage, I won't have a place to live. I sold our parents' house. You have that money. Did you use it as a down payment on a loan? I bought a Mercedes. You are just an idiot. You are irredeemable. Well, let me make you an offer. I don't have that kind of money. But you can get a loan, right? You are a manager at Acme Corporation. If you change the name of the house to your name, it won't be a problem. No, I don't need a house as a single person, especially a two-family house. That's fine. You can live with me and the Forks. What's in it for me? You'll be able to show honor to your parents, won't you? I don't have any duty to honor them. Those toxic people have caused me nothing but trouble. And you, of course. You're really wasting my time, so I'm going to block you. Oh no, please! You don't want your family to end up on the street, do you? You're not that heartless, are you? I know you're not such a heartless person. Sandy, you're such a kind person. I know. Why don't we live together again as a family? I'm sure Mom and Dad would love that. What's up? I can't get a read on this. You're just busy at work, right? You didn't really block me, did you? After that, my brother's company went bankrupt. His company went bankrupt and he was left with a lot of debt. My father also went bankrupt at the same time because he was my brother's guarantor. He lost all of his savings, even the little he had left. I was stuck with my parents and brother for a while. However, after this incident, the president of the company, who came to love me as if I were his daughter, seemed to have taken care of the situation, and now I don't even hear from them anymore. Rumor has it that the three of them are living in a shabby apartment day to day. Meanwhile, I was introduced to an honest man who is a relative of the president, and we started dating. My work and love life are going well, and I am living a happy life. By the way, since I lost weight when I was looking for a job, I have kept it off. Not a single thing that scumbag brother said was on target from the beginning, was it?
I saw it, but I'll keep it a secret. So, will you do me a favor?
What are you talking about? So what?
Well, of course, you having an affair.
What? I never did such thing. What the heck?
Is this man a college student or something? You must be in your 40s by now, but you're pretty energetic, aren't you? If you don't want this to get out, cooperate with me.
Huh? What?
I want to go on a trip with my ex-boyfriend, just the two of us.
Huh? Is that cheating vacation?
I wonder if that's how you would put it. Well, for some reason, I go back together with my ex-boyfriend from college.
So, you betrayed your husband Terence, didn't you?
You're one to talk. So, let me get to the point. The trip with my ex-boyfriend will be a trip with you.
I see. So what you mean is, you want me to help you create an alibi?
Yes, that's right. I'm glad you get it. That way, you can travel with the guy in the photo, right? Well, we need to go on the same itinerary. I'm sure you'd rather make plans with me than have your cheating photos revealed.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Also, please pay for my travel expenses. Plus, $2,000 spending money. Oh, you better make that $3,000. I'm the one holding the indiscreet photos, so you can't refuse, can you?
You know what, Megan? I let it drag on this long, but...
What is it?
That boy in the photo is my son.
Huh? What? What are you talking about? Are you gonna lie after all this? Do you think you can deceive me with such an obvious lie? You're desperate.
It's true. Do you know I'm remarried to my current husband?
Well, I heard that from Terence.
Also, Terence must have told you that when I divorced my former husband, I asked him to take care of our son for financial reasons at the time.
Oh!
I mean, the child in the picture was born to my previous husband.
But you are not even 40 yet.
That's the child I had when I was 19. He's about the age of a college student now.
What? I didn't know that.
Oh, I see. My son was studying abroad for a long time until last week, so you've never met him because you just married into the family last month.
You're joking, right?
By the way, the picture is from our first day shopping together. It's been a while since he left America, so he needed a lot of things.
We were shopping together. No! Do you think it'll work?
Then why don't you show Terence the pictures? He's his nephew. He'll confirm it right away. If you want, you can show it to my husband too. My husband and my son seem to have the same interests, and they're very close.
Well,
I'm not cheating on my husband, unlike you, Megan.
I don't want you to talk to Terrence about my ex-boyfriend or anything.
Oh, about that, I've already sent a screen cap of these messages to Terrence and my parents.
What? You're terrible! You're betraying me!
Betrayal or not, I just did the right thing. Do you think I would keep quiet when I know my brother is being treated so badly? You are the one betraying your husband, Megan. And you even threatened me.
But what you just divulged was a private conversation between two women, wasn't it? It's terrible for you to just go and tell everybody.
I don't remember promising to keep it a secret. Well, I guess you and Terrence will have to talk about it alone now. Okay, so I guess this is it. Don't contact me again.
Please wait! Come on!
What's up?
Terrence just called me and I'm really scared. He said, come home right now and I'll settle the score for your betrayal. Terrence is pissed off. I've never seen him so scary. Please, help me.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.